The opening sequence of Me Season 1's Episode 8 takes place in a hospital flashback. Carter and Darren are standing by their wife's bedside. "Time to let go," Darren tells his daughter. Carter is holding her mother's hand, and we can see the mother's arm adorned with symbolic jewelry. Ben is missing spending time with Max these days. Bill is not happy either, and he informs Elizabeth that he believes Julia is the reason Max is living at her place. Ben hears what they are talking about. Leonard wants to ask Max to the dance at school. Max approaches Leonard at their dinner table and says she wants to go to the dance with him, even though Ben doesn't think it's a smart idea. During a heartfelt chat with his mother at home, Ben admits that Bill was correct and that Max isn't currently at home. Later, Ben practices his shape-shifting skills with Carter at the mall. He runs across the teenager we've seen in previous episodes, who is dressed in denim. This individual is donning jewelry bearing the sign. He pursues Carter as soon as he spots him. Ben chases after the teenager, who then pursues him. Ben is about to be attacked when Carter, who is invisible, touches him and makes him invisible as well. Carter departs after making a tight escape from the teenager. Darren later views the security camera footage of the mall scenario. He notices the altercation with the teenager and Ben. When he briefly reunites with Ben, he admits that he is aware of Ben's ability to transform into a different shape. Ben dismisses him when he tells him he wants to assist. When Ben and Carter finally get together, she shows him to a warehouse where Morgan is seated in a wheelchair. Morgan has bruises on his face. We have a flashback of her encounter with Yates, during which he used his lightning powers to harm her. Carter tells Ben that Yates was in the same class as Wyatt and Rhonda in the present. He was not permitted to graduate since he was unable to abide by the regulations. He desired retribution and held her mother, Vivian, responsible for all of his mistakes. Ben is informed by Morgan that Yates pursued Carter because he believed Carter had the ability to guide him to a greater power. The storm fight is then replayed, showing Carter yelling at Yates until he collapses. She radiates light from her physique. Ben is then informed by Morgan that Vivian gave Carter an ability that exceeded all of the other people's combined talents. Yates's goal is to obtain this. He is now taking use of other people's abilities and getting stronger every day. Carter informs Ben that she did not send Max the Vivian and Morgan picture. We're not sure if Yates did this to get close to Carter or Max, but it's implied that she did. Ben pays Max a visit at the library and extends his regret for his actions. She pretends not to hear him when he tells her he needs her back. Carter is seated next to Darren when he gets into his car that evening. She is invisible because she believes it would be harmful for them both to become visible. Carter encourages him to let go, which translates to let go of her, but he is concerned that she isn't safe and assures her that he is addressing her problem. She tells him he has no choice, even though he doesn't want to. Then, we go back to the hospital scene from before and witness Carter's mother Vivian shine brightly. Though it's unclear, it might be presumed that the light entered Carter. Her mom passes away shortly after. The review of the episode. In this episode, we learn a little bit more about Yates, yet there's still not much to explain why he became vindictive. In any case, the stage is being prepared for what might be a very explosive encounter between him and Ben, that is, if Ben is able to control his talents. But the episode is about more than just bad guys and superheroes. Another plotline